good? All right, so the question that we're asking ourselves for this assignment is you're asking yourself and thinking about how much control you have over what you eat. The learning that we're going to do, we are thinking about the speech factors, or the societal, the political, the environmental, economic, cultural, or the historical influences and what they have on our diet. Okay, so the real learning is about the speech factors and the determinants of health, so that when you go into health and PE next year, you understand those so you're able to operate better. But if you're not going to health or PE, it's important information, because as I said, the more you understand about the things that are trying to affect you to try and make you do something, we're using diet at the moment, the better you are able to stop those things from happening or manipulate them for the betterment of you and your whānau. So this is the central question, is how much control do you have over what you eat? You are going to read this, which is a really good article. It's a newspaper article. It shouldn't take too long to read. It gives you really good insight into what we're talking about. Then there's 2 videos to watch, which I will get you to watch next session, okay? And then what you're going to do is create a poster, a pamphlet, a video, a Powtoon, you'll see what that is, which highlights all of the influences that you think are there on your diet. So you've started listing 6, you need a minimum of 6. You can talk about 10 if you want to, but you have to do a minimum of 6. For each influence, you have to somehow inform the reader, so it'll be me or anybody else, how and why you think it impacts your choice. I'll give you some sentence starters and some structures on how to do that, but this is the first time I've run this particular task, so I haven't got any exemplars I can give you at the moment, but I will give you some sentence structures. Somewhere on your pamphlet, poster, video, you must state at the end whether or not you think you have either full choice or full control over your diet, whether or not you have no control over your diet, or whether you think you have some control over your diet, and you need to tell me why. So it's, for example, I think I kind of have some control over my diet, and I think that because, and you need to sort of sum up and give me a judgment, okay, a judgment on what you think or why you don't think you have full control over your diet. That's just one example. I am going to add into this, and this is why this video is important, is you need to, when you are talking about each influence, you need to tell me what type of influence it is. So for example, you might have advertising as one of your influences. You might say, advertising has an influence on my diet. Some good examples of that are, advertising is an economic influence on me. Okay? Another one might be, religion has an effect on my diet because I am, let's just say, I was talking about Muslim as being a faith, and that type of religion or culture has restrictions on what I can eat and when I can eat those things. An example is, that is an example. Religion or is a cultural influence on my diet. Okay. And the other one, you might say whānau. So my whānau has impact on my diet, and there's numerous reasons why. You can talk about that. And whānau is a social, and if you can combine them, environmental influence on my diet. Because, for example, it's a social one because these are the people you mix with. It is also an environmental one because your parents will determine what food is in your environment, i.e. your house or your whare. Alright? Okay, so if they fill it up with lots of types of fruits and vegetables, that might impact on your influences of your diet. Okay, if there's not that type of food there, then perhaps that has an influence on the diet. Okay? Here, Pato, any questions?